I guess I'll go now.
Gentleman's recognized.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you all being here today. Chairman Burns, as the guardian of the backfit rule, the Committee to Review Generic Requirements, CRGR, I always hate keeping up with those initials, but CRGR embodies the spirit of the NRC's principle of good regulations. However, following a change installed over a decade ago, the Committee to Review Generic Requirements, CRGR, has asserted its authority with less and less frequency, particularly in formal reviews of NRC actions. I understand that the NRC staff is currently developing a proposal for how and when CRGR reviews regulatory actions. I would ask you to encourage the staff to broaden their proposal and to consider additionally to consider potential structural changes to the CRGR membership to provide greater ownership and attentiveness for CRGR members and to ensure the committee operates truly independently. Now, got all that out, and I would like for you just to comment on it in general, but I also would like for you at some point in your response, can you commit that you will pursue a thorough review of the CRGR?
Yes, thank you. Yes, nuclear has lots of acronyms, don't we? My understanding is the staff is to provide us a copy of its review, I think sometime in early summer, or late spring, early summer with respect to its review. I'll take, and I think my colleagues will take a close look at that, to look at, in terms of how the CRGR is performing its function. Is it providing the value added that was conceived of when it was, I think, originated in the 1980s? So I can commit to doing that. I want to see what the staff comes up with. That's one of the reasons in the paper or our approval of the revisions to rulemaking that we asked to see that before taking further steps.
Well, and I appreciate that, and I hope they will take the broader look. Now, maybe it's just a change of culture that needs to occur, but if it does need to have a change in membership or in their outlook, I hope you all will look at that as well. Would anybody else on the panel like to respond to that, Ms. Savinsky? Everybody's pretty much in agreement. All right. I'm going to switch gears completely. One of the large drivers in escalating the costs of the NRC was its mismanagement of office space in the past. Will you please update the committee on the status of your housing strategy and what that will mean for your agency's budget in the upcoming years? And again, Mr. Chairman, if you could answer that.
Okay. I mean, the details of the actual impact on the budget I may have to provide for the record. We have basically reconsolidated the staff that had been starting to spread out, primarily in the first and second buildings. Can I talk about the lease? No, okay. We have issues, or not issue, but we have negotiations about ongoing in terms of the lease on the second building. We are reducing the footprint in the third building. Now, the one important thing we have there is the Emergency Operations Center, but more of the staff is moving out, and I'd be pleased to provide for the record sort of a more granular picture about what I think that means for budget going forward.
If you could, I would appreciate that. Now, I will tell you that I represent a district that's had some economic issues. It's a district with many attributes, but the coal industry in particular has been hurting. It used to have textiles and furniture and tobacco. You can imagine that there's a lot of empty space in my district, and would ask you just to take a look if it's something that doesn't have to be in D.C. and can operate using the modern wonders of the Internet. You may want to look at not just my district, but Central Appalachia and other areas that are facing some economic problems, because we got a lot of space that's really cheap that you could rent and house some folks in. But I do appreciate you taking a look at that very much. Thank you. With that, Mr. Chairman, I would yield back.
Gentleman yields back his time. The chair now recognizes the gentleman